Welcome back to the Wealthy Mind podcast, where we explore the world's greatest books on business, wealth, investing, and personal growth.
So excited for today's deep dive.
Yeah, today is a big one. We're looking at a framework that has, honestly, just completely shifted how modern entrepreneurs operate.
Oh, totally. It's a game changer.
Right. We are digging into Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers, which, is widely considered one of the most practical business books ever written by millions of entrepreneurs.
Yeah, no fluff, just pure execution.
Exactly. But before we even get into the mechanics of it, I want to ask you a question. What if selling became so easy that customers actually felt excited to die from you?
I mean, that is just the perfect question to frame this whole discussion.
I think so, yeah.
Because, and we really need to clarify this right up front, this deep dive isn't about like sleazy sales tactics.
Oh, definitely not.
It's the exact opposite of trying to pressure someone. It's about crafting what Hormozi calls a grand slam offer.
A grand slam offer. Love that term.
Right. It's basically a value proposition so incredibly tailored and just so irresistible that the prospect genuinely feels downright stupid saying no to it.
Which is the dream, honestly. So let's just grab a coffee, settle in, and really examine how you can apply these lessons to your own business today.
Whether you're doing like online coaching, SaaS, freelancing, whatever.
Exactly. It applies to all of it. But I think we have to start by addressing the elephant in the room.
The burnout.
The massive burnout. I mean, why are most entrepreneurs just so exhausted right now? You see people working these 100-hour weeks, barely surviving.
Yeah, they're wearing every single hat. And for what?
Right. And the source material points to a very specific reason for this. It's the commodity trap.
Oh, the commodity problem is huge. Basically, most businesses are just trapped competing entirely on price.
Which is a nightmare.
It is. When your product looks exactly the same as the guy down the street, customers just buy the cheapest one.
It's just human nature.
Exactly. And that leads to this brutal race to the bottom where profit margins just disappear.
And a really common mistake you see entrepreneurs make with pricing, they look at the market, they calculate the average.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Right. And they price just slightly below that average to be, quote unquote, competitive.
Which is so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
The book drops a huge reality check here.
Yeah.
The competitors you are copying are probably broke.
Yes. You're literally copying a broken business model.
Exactly. So to escape that, you have to operate in a category of one. You have to sell based on value, not price.
Okay, think about it like this. Imagine a generic local diner, right? They're struggling to survive by discounting 50-cent cups of drip coffee.
Just fighting for pennies.
Exactly. But then Starbucks comes along. They didn't just sell coffee. They created a premium experience. The music, the terminology, the whole vibe.
Right. They built a category of one.
And suddenly people are happily paying $6 for a coffee.
But wait, let me push back on that for a second. Because don't massive companies like Walmart or IKEA win specifically by being the absolute cheapest?
That is a completely fair point. And yes, if you have boatloads of VC funding, or you can operate at a massive loss to reach global scale, then sure, compete on price.
But that's not most of us.
Exactly. For 99% of businesses, competing on price is a literal death wish. Premium pricing is your oxygen.
It's what allows you to actually deliver a good service.
Right. But if you're going to charge premium prices, you can't just sell to anybody.
Oh, absolutely not. Market selection is everything. It actually matters way more than your offer or even your persuasion skills.
You need what the book calls a starving crowd.
A starving crowd. I love that visual. You need a market with 4 specific traits.
Break those down for us.
Sure. So first, massive pain. They desperately need a solution. Second, purchasing power.
Right. They actually need to have the money to pay you.
Exactly. Third, they need to be easy to target. If you can't find them, you can't sell to them. And fourth, it needs to be a growing market.
Which usually means sticking to the big 3 evergreen markets, right? Health, wealth, and relationships.
Spot on. But even when people find that market, they are terrified of pricing high.
Oh, people freeze up completely.
They do. The book shares this amazing story about a health doctor who was so scared to raise his prices.
Yeah, he thought everyone would leave.
Right. But he finally raised them by 50%. Yeah. And you know what happened?
What?
His close rates actually went up.
Wait, really? Just by raising the price?
Yes. Because his original price was so cheap that buyers didn't actually believe the service would work. It felt like a scam.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Price implies quality.
Exactly. So the practical lesson here is you have to niche down to solve specific, expensive problems.
Okay, let me give an example from the book that illustrates this perfectly. Think about a general time management course.
Okay, sure.
You might be able to sell that for $19, right? Because it's generic.
Yeah, everyone sells that.
But what if you package that exact same info and call it time management for B2B gardening sales reps?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. Now you're solving a specific, expensive problem for a very specific person. You could easily charge $1,997 for that.
Because you're targeting that wealthy demographic.
Yeah.
The top 20% of buyers who generate 80% of the revenue.
Exactly. You do less work and you make way more money.
Okay, so once you've sound your starving crowd, how do you mathematically structure this offer so you can actually justify that premium price?
This is where we get to the core of it all, Hormozi's value equation.
This is my favorite part.
It's brilliant. It's a simple fraction. On the top, the numerator, you have the things you want to increase.
Right, the good stuff.
Exactly. That's the dream outcome, which is what they deeply desire, their status, multiplied by the perceived likelihood of achievement.
Basically, how certain are they that you can actually deliver the result?
You got it. And then on the bottom, the denominator, you have the things you want to decrease.
The friction points.
Right. That's time delay, so how fast they get the result, multiplied by effort and sacrifice.
Which is why people buy outcomes, not products. Like, no one actually wants a gym membership.
I certainly don't.
Right. They just want to lose 20 pounds and look great. The book uses this incredible comparison between a $5 diet PDF and a $50,000 liposuction surgery.
Oh, this is the perfect analogy.
It really is. Both of them offer the exact same dream outcome, right? Losing weight.
But the price difference is insane.
Exactly. The lipo costs 50 grand because it has near 100% certainty. It happens instantly, so zero time delay, and it requires zero effort. It's entirely done for you.
Which is exactly why done-for-you services in the modern business world are so valuable. Think about something like a marketing agency that just handles everything for you.
Oh yeah, you just write a check and the leads appear.
Right, or even tech companies. Think about Netflix or ChatGPT.
Oh, totally. ChatGPT just massively decreases the effort and sacrifice.
Exactly. You used to have to spend hours writing code or drafting an essay, and now it takes 3 seconds.
So the practical advice here for anyone listening is don't just add more features to your offer to try and raise the price.
Because more features usually just means more homework for the client?
Exactly. Instead, figure out how to make their current result faster and easier.
Okay, so let's say you've built this massive value, right? You've reduced a friction, but your customer is still hesitating on your checkout page.
They're right on the fence.
Yeah. How do you get them to take action right now without being manipulative?
Well, you have to enhance the offer. You do this through scarcity, limiting the quantity urgency, bonuses, and guarantees.
Because inherently, people just want what they can't have.
And they're terrified of making a mistake. The psychology of risk is huge here.
Yeah, nobody wants to feel like a sucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to reverse the risk. The book highlights the original guarantee from Gym Launch, and it was so bold.
Oh, I remember this. It was something like, pay once and I'll generate the leads. If you don't get 20 people in your first month, your next month is free.
Yes. When you hear that, how can you say no?
You literally can't. By completely reversing the risk, conversions just skyrocket.
But you know what a huge mistake is here? When entrepreneurs panic and discount their core price just to close the deal.
Ugh, yeah, you should never, ever do this.
Never. Because the second you discount, you teach the customer that your prices are just made up, that they're negotiable.
So what should they do instead?
Stack bonuses. Add things that have high perceived value but low cost to you, like swipe files, templates, or maybe a discount you negotiated with a software company.
Right, you just widen the gap between the price and the value they're getting?
Exactly. But, and this is a really crucial caveat from the source material, you have to be careful with guarantees.
Oh, for sure.
Unconditional guarantees are amazing for low-ticket B2C stuff. But if you have high fulfillment costs like heavy done-for-you consulting, an unconditional guarantee could bankrupt you if you get a bad client.
That is such a good point. So you use a conditional guarantee instead.
Right. Like if you do all the work and still don't get results, then you get a refund.
Yeah.
Or even an anti-guarantee.
Which is just saying all sales are final, but being super transparent about why.
Exactly. We put so much custom work into this, we literally can't offer refunds. People respect that transparency.
Okay, so the offer is structured, it's de-risked. Now, how do we package and name it so people actually click on it?
Simplicity is key here. The name of the offer is literally the wrapping paper.
The book introduces this naming formula, right? the magic formula.
Yes, MAGIC. It stands for magnet, avatar, goal, interval, and container.
Okay, give me a real-world example of this in action.
Okay, so say you run a sensory deprivation float tank business.
Sounds relaxing.
Right. A terrible name for your offer would be Float Tank Center Session.
Yeah, that's just boring. It's just stating what the thing is.
Exactly. But if you use the magic formula, you change it to something like free 6 weeks stress release challenge.
Oh, wow. That sounds infinitely better.
Right. And it's the exact same service, but free is the magnet, stress release is the goal, 6 week is the interval, and challenge is the container.
It totally shifts the perceived value. And going back to that word free, that brings up the acquisition strategy Hormozi talks about.
The Chick-fil-A approach.
Yes, the volume strategy. It's this incredibly counterintuitive idea of giving away insane amounts of value for free on the front end.
Like giving away a whole book or doing a $16,000 strategy session totally for free.
It sounds crazy, right? Why would you do that?
Because of reciprocity. It is the strongest persuasion force out there.
It really is. It's a huge aha moment when you realize it.
If you make someone money or solve a big problem for them before you've ever charged them a single dime, they will naturally want to pay you for the next step.
You've built ultimate trust.
Exactly.
Man, this is just such a dense, powerful framework. I want to make sure we distill everything down.
Definitely. Let's do a quick rapid-fire recap of the key takeaways.
Sounds good. I'll start. Number 1, sell solutions and transformations, not just products.
Number 2, always increase your perceived value before you ever try to increase your price.
Number 3, reduce the customer's risk with unbeatable guarantees.
Number 4, charge based on the massive value you provide, not just your hourly costs.
Number 5, solve expensive problems for a specific starving crowd.
Number 6, build trust first. Give away massive value up front to create that reciprocity.
Number 7, focus relentlessly on decreasing the time and effort it takes for your customer to get their result.
And number 8, make your offer absolutely impossible to ignore by stacking bonuses instead of cheapening it with discounts.
That is a masterclass right there.
You know, I just want to leave everyone with one final kind of provocative thought to chew on.
Go for it.
The perception of the value you bring can sometimes be even more valuable than the product itself. But if you lack belief in your own offer, you can never transfer that trust to a buyer. You have to outwork your self-doubt until your confidence in your product is completely unreasonable.
That is so true. If you don't believe in it, why should they?
Exactly.
Well, thank you all for spending your time with the Wealthy Mind podcast today. We really appreciate it.
It's been such a fun conversation.
If you want to start building these Grand Slam offers, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this deep dive, and share it with someone you know who's building a business.
And let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was today.
Yes, we love reading those. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and remember, wealth begins with the way you think. This is the Wealthy Mind Podcast.